Okay, the following stretches, what we're going to do is run through them all, and I would personally do these definitely at the end of the workouts that you've chosen from the home bootcamp book. And ideally I would look to do these daily as well, because they're going to help increase flexibility, stop or reduce muscle aches, and it's just basically going to keep you pretty mobile. First stretch we're going to do is for the lower body, is for the calf muscle and the soleus. The calf muscle, obviously here, soleus is slightly lower. The first one we do is for the calf. I would find a step or the bottom of the stair. Stand on with the balls of the feet on the edge of the step. Drop one foot down, drop the heel down, and let all the weight travel through the heel. And with the back leg locked out, you should feel a good stretch in the calf muscle. Each of these stretches I would look to hold for about 15-20 seconds. We're just looking to take it to the point where you can feel the stretch and then hold it there. If during the 15-20 seconds you can feel it ease off, just take it just a little bit further. So hold that there until we can feel that starting to ease off, about 15-20 seconds. And then all you need to do is just ever so slightly bend the knee on the back leg, and now you're pushing down through the ball of the foot, down and backwards as if you're about to spring off, and you should find the stretch will transfer to just above the Achilles and just below the calf muscle into, as I say, the muscle called the soleus. Same again, hold that 15-20 seconds. Once that's done, ease it up nice and steady, take it over to the other foot, straight leg first, stretch the calf, 20 seconds or so, ease it, bent knee, in stretch the soleus, and then step that off from there. Next stretch we're going to look to do is for the quad muscles on the front of the thigh. Most people tend to have tight quads, tight hip flexors from being in a sat down position quite a lot. In turn, that can actually tilt the pelvis forward, which can cause lower back problems. So a real key one to stretch as often as possible. Probably 3 ways that you can do this. I would try all of them, find the one that gives you the best stretch and then go with that. The standing version, you can hold on to something for balance, lift one heel up towards the bum. The key on this one is to keep your thighs together. It's no good having one in front. We're trying to keep them together. Once you're there, clench the bum cheeks tight together and drive the hips forward while pulling that heel up towards the bum. And you should get a nice good stretch when your balance is there. Up the front of the thigh through your quadricep muscles. Hold that there again, but look to keep that tension in the glutes throughout. So we're driving forward to rotate posteriorly the pelvis and hold the stretch there. Again, 15-20 seconds and ease it over. That's the standing version. If you want the kneeling version, which can give quite a deeper stretch, we're going to take it down to one knee. Take the knee backwards from vertical and then grab hold of the foot, and same again, clench the bum, drive the hips forward while pulling the heel upwards, and that should give a really good deep stretch. Often this one, because we've taken the leg into extension, we're already stretching the hip flexors. This should give quite a deep stretch on the flexors again. So hold that there, hold that there. Again, look to keep nice and upright throughout, and then ease that off and take it to the other leg. The third option is to take the stretch down onto the floor. I would probably use this one because it doesn't give a deeper stretch. Maybe use it each day just as a maintenance one. Just lying face down. Keep one leg straight, other one, pull the heel up to the bum, clench the glutes and just push the hips into the floor while holding the stretch there. Next stretch is for the hamstrings on the back of the leg. A lot of people have short hamstrings. For this one, a good way is to step forward, and then from the waist, bend over, pushing the hips backwards. So we're looking to keep the front leg straight, butt relaxed, and then push the hips right backwards to get a lengthening through the calf, through the hamstring. Again, look to hold that for the 15-20 seconds. If it eases off during the stretch, just take it a little bit further. Next stretch, moving up through the body, is for the adductors or the inner thigh muscles. For this one, take quite a wide stride, turn for the start, for the left foot out, and then just bend the left knee over while keeping the other foot anchored to the floor. And again, you should get a good stretch through the inner thigh, up through the groin, through the adductor muscle area. Hold that there. Ease it up and then take it over to the other one, turning the foot out the way that you're moving for that 15-20 second period, and then ease it up from there. The next area that a lot of people have issues with is the piriformis. You've got a muscle deep in the glutes here, which often does too much work, especially for those people that have got weak glutes, the piriformis. So what we need to do to stretch this one is take it down onto the back, lie flat, bring one leg up to 90 degrees, grab hold of the outside of the knee and pull it up towards the opposite shoulder and across the body. And if you lie relaxed, and if that muscle is tight, you should get quite a good stretch deep into the glute from there. The key to this one is to try and keep the other hip down while pulling it up and over. I wouldn't be surprised if you find that one side is tighter than the other, so don't worry so much if you don't feel it on one side. Ease it off, drop it down, straighten up, knee up, and pull it across the body and up towards the opposite shoulder. While we're there, we'll move to the last stretch for the upper body, which is for the lower back. For this one, we're going to start from kneeling, sit down onto the heels, reach the fingers forward, but the key is to try and keep your hips on your heels as much as possible. Once you're there, fingertip the fingers forward, and then relax into that. Breathe out. The out breath will actually let you relax into the stretch. And then once you've done about 5 or 6 seconds, tiptoe the fingers out to one side while trying to keep the hips still anchored down onto your heels. And by taking it to the right hand side, you should get a good stretch through the left hand side of the back. Again, keep the breathing nice and steady throughout. As the stretch eases off, walk them back to middle. Make sure you're central again, and then take them out to the left hand side. And this time we'll get a good stretch on the right hand side of the back. Once you're done, bring it back to middle, and then bring yourself up from there. The main 2 stretches for the upper body, I would definitely look to stretch out the pec or the chest muscles. They insert into the upper arm. A lot of people are tight. You might see people with a rounded upper body posture. We need to really open up and bring the shoulders back, so it's a key one again to stretch daily. I would look to get hold of a pillar or something like a door frame. Put your arm up about a 45-degree angle. Keep yourself side on and just rotate the body away, keeping the arm anchored into the door frame or the wall. And as you rotate the body away, you should get a really good stretch coming through the shoulder and through the pec insertion there. Again, look to hold this stretch for that 15-20 seconds and then slowly relax yourself, ease yourself off and take it over to the other side. I would definitely look to have the arm just above shoulder height, and that will give a deeper stretch on there as well. Last stretch, again, a lot of people tend to get a lot of tension in the neck, can cause headaches. These are called the trapezius, the trap muscles, which run from the base of the skull down across through the shoulders into the central back. Key one for this is, I would, from the back, from the side, grab hold of one wrist and just actually pull that shoulder down, and whilst pulling it down, take your head away from that shoulder, taking your ear to the opposite shoulder, and while pulling that shoulder down and taking the head over, you should get a really good stretch through these neck muscles down into the traps and the shoulder. Look to hold that for about 10 or 15 seconds and then slowly bring the chin just down to the chest, and it might emphasise the stretch just a little bit more. And then once you're done, slowly bring it back up to middle and just ease it off again, and then reverse it to the other one. Arms behind, grab hold of the wrist, pull the arm down, and then just take the head over to the side away from that shoulder. Hold it where you can feel the stretch, and then slowly after 10-15 seconds roll it down. Again, another 10-15 seconds there. Ease it back up and centre it off, and we're done.